Welcome to Let's Go Racing, everyone. I am Dick Jerardi. Danny Gibson has the week off. Great weekend at Parx. Last weekend we had the two $100,000 stakes for Pennsylvania breds, and it was also NTL Day, the National Thoroughbred League. We had a lot of celebrity athletes out here, including Dr. J. Julius Irving, Seth Joyner from the Eagles, Hollis Thomas from the Eagles, Hall of Fame jockey Jose Santos. All this and much more on Let's Go Racing this week. Unique Bella Stakes, $100,000 for Pennsylvania breds. We're going to go 6 furlongs. Butch Reed has half the field, half the 6 horses in here, but the one everybody's concentrating on is Carmelina, 2 to 5. She has won stakes races at 2, at 3. This is her second race as a 4-year-old. Disco Ebo, also from the Butch Reed barn, is 3 to 1. But it's all about Carmelina. Can she do it again? Here's the call.
Carmelina, favorite. She bounds out to the lead. Chapa chases into second. Then it's Confirmed Star, Dr. Abby, Mary Q, and a long way back to Disco Ebo. And with the lead, Carmelina. She shows them the way as they head down the backstretch. Carmelina, a lead over Dr. Chapa to the outside. She's in second. Then it's Confirmed Star, Dr. Abby. She holds in fourth to the outside, Mary Q. And at the back is Disco Ebo. And Carmelina under a little pressure from Chapa as they go through an opening quarter, 23 flat, well within her scope. And Carmelina, she's still under a tight hold. Chapa presses the issue now to the outside as they go around the far turn. Carmelina, Chapa, then it's Confirmed Star. Mary Q's gotten her cue. She's been fourth, then Dr. Abby, and at the back, Disco Ebo. And Carmelina trying to fend off Chapa, who presses to the outside, 45-4. They've upped the tempo. Carmelina with that big blaze, staying clean on the front end. Chased on the outside by Chapa, making up some ground late. Her stablemate, Confirmed Star. Carmelina with the lead on the outside. Confirmed Star, there's the 16th left. Carmelina, Confirmed Star, and the stablemates going to run 1-2. Carmelina gets the Unique Bella Stakes.
The whole race changed when Disco Ebo did not make the break. All of a sudden, Carmelina, who figured to maybe be second, was loose on the lead, but under pressure with Paco Lopez. But man, she just kept going. She's really good as a 4-year-old. She got an 86 buyer after an 88 buyer. Connections are very excited about this race and about what may be to come. Here's more with the Connections.
Chuck, Carmelina was really good at 3, but man, she looks like she's going to be a lot better at 4. What are you saying?
Yeah, she really does. We're really optimistic. We gave her some time off. We're a big believer. A little patience goes a long way. A couple of months off. We got a really good campaign set up, so we're hoping she continues. And our rider, Paco, says he's going to stay with her. So that's always a good thing. He's 2 for 2 here, and I think we're going to try something, maybe Saratoga after this. So we shall see.
I said to Chuck and Butch, she was a very good filly at 3, Glenn, but she looks way better at 4. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, and hopefully you're right. It just she looked like she really, her butt got bigger. She looked strong. So, real excited about the future with her.
And to have a horse maybe for an open stake next time, maybe a little trip to the spa.
I hope so. That's up to Butch, but I mean, it's not out of the question.
I asked this to Chuck, to see the son of Maximus Mischief win the Met Mile on
that was
Belmont
awesome.
Day. How cool was that for you guys?
That was awesome. Yeah, I mean, he's doing fantastic. So hopefully it'll continue, and we have a whole bunch of his sons and daughters there. So, yeah, it's exciting.
I think she's moved to a new level. She's growing up. You can see her. She looked great in the paddock, healthy, got a lot of weight on her, and Paco's real excited about it. So that's a good thing. He wants to follow her wherever she wants to go. So we'll be moving up to some open company, I think, here right quick.
And Chuck said she might be going up to Saratoga. You got something in mind?
We got a couple we're looking at up there. It's amazing. She's got so many possibilities because she's colonial bred as well, Virginia bred, to say. So she's got a lot of different ways we can go with her. So she's a good one.
So the Unique Bella was for the girls. The Paige McKinney is for the boys. Also 6 furlongs, also Pennsylvania breds, and we're also going to go 6 furlongs. Butch Reed has the favorite here. 90% Maddie, owned by LC Racing and Glenn Bennett. All he ever does is win. Over and over again. Such a cool horse. The rest of the field is kind of strung out. There's 4 horses between 7 to 2 and 9 to 2. So much more competitive on paper in the Paige McKinney rather than the Unique Bella where we had the big 2 to 5 favorite. Here's the call from Jessica Paquette.
Twisted Ride breaks on top. Gun Collector sent out to join him. 90% Maddie settles in on the rail. On the outside, Kohlers, he's being hustled up to move up. He's into third. That's Houghton Shuffle. He's fifth, followed by Young Squire. Well at the back, Harp's Hot Corner. And Twisted Ride leads the way. Pressure to the inside from Gun Collector. On the outside, Kohlers, he's improved right in between horses. 90% Maddie, he's making a move right now. They go through an opening quarter, 22-2. And Twisted Ride with a tenuous lead. Comers on all sides. On the inside, 90% Maddie. Kohlers dropping back. Gun Collector. Gun Collector's being pulled up out of the race. As they go around the far turn, leading the way, it's Kohlers to the inside, Twisted Ride, followed by 90% Maddie, Houghton Shuffle, then it's Harp's Hot Corner beginning to move from the back. Young Squire, he's at the back, the half, 45-2. Kohlers has wrestled the lead away, Twisted Ride resilient to the inside, Houghton Shuffle storms down the center of the track. Anyone's race at this point, Houghton Shuffle with a ton of momentum. Kohlers, Twisted Ride not giving up. On the outside, Houghton Shuffle full of run. Kohlers fights on, a 16th left. Kohlers game on the inside, Houghton Shuffle, these two decide it. Houghton Shuffle takes the Page McKenney.
This was an exciting race. I mean, at the top of the stretch, I don't know, any of what, 4 horses could have won, but in the end, it was Houghton Shuffle who was actually shuffled back a little bit at the start. I think David Cora, the jockey, thought he'd be a lot closer, but this is a really cool horse. Got up just in time, and we caught up with jockey David Cora after the race.
Did you think you'd be closer to the lead? Did something happen out of the gate?
Well, I know we're going to be close because this horse has been training good and it's been good, you know, we're good from the gate, yeah. But I got problem from the gate, the number 4 and 5, I think, and then the 7 smash me, you know. But this is a big horse with a big heart, so he overcome that, you know. And then in the turn, I was close. I knew the last quarter pulled that I want to win.
How cool is it to win a $100,000 race?
Oh my God! Well, I'm from Penn National. Not happy often. But I'm so happy.
Be a nice ride back to Turnpike tonight?
Yes. I'm so happy to be here, and I want to wish a happy Father's Day to everybody.
So the Houghtons have this great history in the state of Pennsylvania, right? I mean, they've had so many great horses coming off their farm. Often the horse gets claimed or they lose the horse, but they get all these great breeder bonuses. I don't think they're giving up Houghton Shuffle anytime soon. This is a good one. I wrote about the 2 big races this week on Let'sGoRacingParx.com. Check that out. We need to get to our first break. When we come back, it's all about the National Thoroughbred League. They were here Sunday, and it was a very cool Father's Day here at Parx.
I'm kind of like just the pretty face that shows up. They say, hey, would you like to go to the horse race? And I was like, sure. Then it turned out to be a good time.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Bet Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone. It was a great Father's Day Sunday here. Yeah, the weather was a little gloomy, but great crowd here. People love coming out on Father's Day. National Thoroughbred League, a very cool deal. Second time here at Parx. The last 3 races after our 2 stakes races were all NTL races. Lupe Guerrero won a couple, and of course, Pino, I mean, how can he not win? He always wins. He won the last race, as he often does around here at 40% for the year. And the 1, 2, 3 for the NTL day, California Shamrocks ended up finishing first. The New York Knights were second, and the Maryland Colts were third. Remember, this was down at Pimlico not that long ago for the first of the NTL races this year. They're going to go on July 19th to Fairmount Park in St. Louis, and then on August 31st to Kentucky Downs down in Franklin, Kentucky, right near the Tennessee border. Here is much more on the NTL.
Jeff, you got $200,000 stakes and NTL Day. What's this day like for the PTHA?
Yeah, it's a great day. You know, Father's Day is always a historic day here. I think this is our 4th annual now. I know back in the day they used to always run on Father's Day, but to incorporate the best Pennsylvania breds along with the National Thoroughbred League, who we're proud to have for a 2nd consecutive year, it's the perfect combination. Mother Nature didn't work out quite perfect, but it didn't seem to stop the fans from coming out, that's for sure.
Now, you're not quite old enough to have seen Dr. J play, but what's it like to have him here today?
Just to be up close and personal to him, you know, he was an icon. He changed the game of professional basketball, so it's neat to rub elbows with him and see all these other athletes. And I'm from Philadelphia, you know, from Bensalem, so it's neat to see the guys that you grew up hearing about from my father and my grandfather, to kind of see them in person. It's once in a lifetime.
I'm kind of like just the pretty face that shows up. They say, hey, would you like to go to the horse race? And I was like, sure. Then it turned out to be a good time. Last year, I think we had a lot more people because of the weather, but you still have a following because the weather is kind of crappy, and you still have a lot of people out here. It's like and there's some good races too. And I'm learning how to bet on horses.
I like it. You know, anything I can promote the horse racing, it's nice, you know, because we're in a state that we need to step up a little bit more and bring more a new clientele, a young generation, because it's a beautiful sport.
Jose, you ride a lot of great horses through your careers. Hard to believe, 22 years since Funny Side. How great are the memories of the Derby and Preakness that year?
Probably until the day I die, they're going to be always in my mind. You know, I rode a lot of good horses, but definitely Funny Side hold a very special place in my heart because Kentucky Derby is only one.
We're under our national races of the week, and we don't have to go far this week for our national races. Big day at Delaware Park last Saturday. It was the Delaware Oaks Day, but it was also the first Delaware Derby. But we're going to go first to the Alapacas Run. We're going 6 furlongs for $100,000. Full Moon Madness, a 9-5 favorite for Michelle Nevin. But we're most interested in Bucarino. I mean, he's just a sensation. You can make a pretty good case. Bucarino is the best horse running here at Parx these days for Freddie Velasquez. And watch this finish. This is a terrific race. Here's the call from Delaware Park.
And Sunny Breeze tries to cause an upset here and shows the way by half a length, but Bucarino is pulling hard under the jockey's hands and deep on the track trying to close in. Here comes a move from Sir Wellington. Behind a trio of speed is Full Moon Madness. Counter Spy has one beaten, and Damon's Mound's in traffic. Still multiple chances as that quarter pole looms. Bucarino is the first one to kick for home in that orange cap. Sunny Breeze is going to try to counter in second, and Full Moon Madness is crying out for room. They turn for home. Bucarino went very wide, battling Sunny Breeze the length of the stretch. Full Moon Madness is on full tilt mode, and Damon's Mound is closing in too. Bucarino is in for the fight of his life. Full Moon Madness is on attack mode. Here comes Full Moon Madness. Bucarino holding. Full Moon Madness surging. Full Moon Madness!
Full Moon Madness gets up right at the wire to steal it from Bucarino, and Full Moon Madness got a 98 buyer, Bucarino a 97, so he's on pace to win some big races this year, Bucarino. And it was interesting, if you look back just a couple of races, who did he barely beat in race 2 back? Houghton Shuffle, so that tells you how good Houghton Shuffle is. On to the Delaware Derby, so this is 3-year-olds, right? It's a derby. We're talking $200,000. It's interesting. Bet every state in the union has a derby except Delaware. Well, they got one now. And interestingly enough, right at the end, Kentucky Outlaw, Felissa Dunn, became the favorite at 9-5, and this was big money, came in right at the finish, I think on the theory that he was going to get loose on the lead because there was very little speed in the race. Other horse that was obviously getting bet, Admiral Dennis for Brad Cox, came in with the biggest number. He had run a pretty good fourth in the Bluegrass, but I was a little surprised at the betting. But they went with the local Parx horse over Admiral Dennis. We'll see how it plays out. Here's the Delaware Derby.
Kentucky Outlaw and Admiral Dennis, they set a very rapid pace here as they turn left, and Sacred Thunder poised to pounce on the both of them. Pascaline came away in fourth with a huge divide of 5. Back to Barbadian Runner, who tracks in 5th, and the last 3 is Surfside Moon. Deep on the track, Omaha, and the Hooligans already coming under a drive. 5.5 furlongs to go in the inaugural running of the Delaware Derby, and Kentucky Outlaw sets a very quick agenda here with 5 furlongs to go. Sacred Thunder tries to scamper up the rail, but Admiral Dennis holding that one in. Pascaline is committed to a wide kick, and there's a separation of 5. Here comes Omaha with Surfside Moon. The rail belongs to Barbadian Runner, and La Hooligans in the thick of it too. 3.5 furlongs to go in the Delaware Derby, and Kentucky Outlaw still calls the shots, but pushes come to shove. Admiral Dennis is right there, poised to pounce on this leader in second. Pascaline's going very wide. Sacred Thunder comes under a drive. Barbadian Runners crying out for room. Surfside Moon is deep on the track as they turn for home, and there goes the catapulting strides of Admiral Dennis at the top of the stretch, and Admiral Dennis kicks for the money and leads by 1. Kentucky Outlaw trying to rally on the outside. Barbadian Runner closes in with Sacred Thunder, but here is the first ever winner of the Delaware Derby, and Admiral Dennis came with a scintillating score.
Admiral Dennis just too good. Ended up winning this race by over 3 lengths at the wire, got a 95 buyer. Kentucky Outlaw again missed the break, and I thought Paco Lopez rode him perfectly, just cruised to the front, got there anyway, but Admiral Dennis always had him in his sights, and it turns out Kentucky Outlaw actually got his best buyer figure, got an 85 running third. This is a really talented horse. I think there's some big ones in his future. We shall see. Keep an eye on Kentucky Outlaw, but it was Admiral Dennis in the first ever Delaware Derby. We're going to go to Churchill Downs last Saturday. This is the 5th race at Churchill. It's a Monomoy Girl overnight, 175,000. And the interest here is the 2, Immersive. 2-5, she was your undefeated 2-year-old filly champion last year. This is her first race of the year. Here's the call.
Out there with a short lead, Immersive trying to back off just a bit. Princess Aaliyah's in between, and Take Charge My Lady advances on the far outside. It's a compact field, though, as they work their way to the backstretch run. Anna's Promise now with a clear lead as they hit the backstretch, 6 furlongs to go. Immersive in a stalking second down inside. Take Charge My Lady right to her outside in third, and Princess Aaliyah the Gray is at the back in fourth. 5 furlongs to go. Solid tempo so far. The opening quarter was 23-1, so it's Anna's Promise to lead her heading for the half-mile pole. Immersive is still down inside and a bit tight there. A couple of taps on the brake for Immersive. That allows for Take Charge My Lady to come on and grab second. Immersive is back into third. Princess Aaliyah is racing fourth. 3 furlongs to go. Anna's Promise is still in front. Take Charge My Lady second. Immersive is boxed in down inside third, and now she's sent through. An opening down inside for Immersive as she comes up on through. She's bounced around a bit there. A bit of pinball at the quarter pole for Immersive. That allowed for Take Charge My Lady to grab the lead, but it was short-lived. Immersive comes on through, and these two throw it down with a furlong to go. Take Charge My Lady's short lead. Immersive is now fully extended. Immersive is a neck behind Take Charge My Lady. 100 yards to catch her. Take Charge My Lady. Immersive down to the wire. Take Charge My Lady.
Take Charge My Lady for Kenny McPeak, and this is essentially a match race in the stretch. They're 11 lengths ahead of the field, and Take Charge My Lady's going to put her neck down right at the wire to upset Immersive. And these are 2 fillies. If everything goes right, we could see them here on September 20th in the Kentucky, and look forward to that. It's time to take our next break. When we get back, we're going to catch up with Brian Sanfratello from the PA Breeders. All that and much more on Let's Go Racing.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop. This is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. On Sunday, I did get a chance to catch up with the Executive Secretary of the PA Breeders, Brian Sanfratello, about the big day here at Parx with the 2 PA bred stakes races and the fact that Crowned, a Pennsylvania bred mare, was the dam of Kentucky Derby winner and Belmont Stakes winner Sovereignty. Here's Brian.
Brian, on NTL Day, what's this been like so far?
Great. We got a great crowd out here. We got, I just had my picture taken with Dr. J. That's fantastic.
Brian, you and I talked about this a few minutes ago, but to have Crowned, a PA bred mare, be the dam of the Derby and Belmont Stakes winner, what's that like?
Oh, God. You know, it was funny because we had our banquet, and that was the first thing I announced. I said it takes a Pennsylvania bred to make a Derby winner, and everybody went crazy at the banquet. But the Derby and the Belmont, unbelievable. Old Brushwood stable. They had some magnificent horses back then.
Yes, they did. And speaking of PA breds, August 1st, Smarty Jones inducted into the Hall of Fame. How cool is that for you and the breeders?
Fantastic. Already have our rooms reserved up there. I got VIP seating for the presentation, so it's just great. It took a long time, but I know you were one of the people responsible for doing it. So again, thank you, and it's a great push for PA. And you know, we got a bunch of stallions that came in last year in Pennsylvania, and I think we're going to be up as far as mares bred this year. So you know, we're going in the right direction.
Thank you, Brian. Time now for our Jockey of the Week, brought to you by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. And of course it's Michael Sanchez. How could it not be? He just won just about everything here this week. He, of course, is our leading jockey, every year lately. Michael Sanchez, our Jockey of the Week. Time now for our Trainer of the Week, brought to you by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And of course, it is our Hall of Famer, Lupe Preciado, who won 3 of the last 4 on Wednesday. Lupe, our Trainer of the Week. Time now for the best of the rest. Our PTHA Trophy race was race 6 on Tuesday, and we had an overwhelming favorite here in the 4 Freakazoid. You gotta love that name, at 1-5, but is battling with Sunday Spirit, the number 5 horse, at 5-2, and they're gonna come down to the wire together. Sunday Spirit, right at the finish, is gonna get up by a head to upset the 1-5 favorite. Freakazoid, another cool race from Parx this week, and a lot of really good horses in this one. Speedy Ness, we have to deal with Speedy Ness. We love him. Dropping back to 6 furlongs. He's your 4-5 favorite. He's going to be in front the whole way. And I mean, these are some good horses in here. I mean, we're talking One More Scoop, and Speedy Ness is going to hold on, win it again. Only Jamie Ness's second win of the day, and of course he won 4 on Tuesday. Jamie Ness, our top trainer. Speedy Ness gets it done. Time for our final break. When we come back, we'll have Parx picks for you, see if I can give you a winner for next week.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone. Final segment of Let's Go Racing for this week. And again, check out my story on the $200,000 stakes races, letsgoracingparx.com. All right, let's go to Monday. Race 8. This is a really good optional claimer, $52,000 purse. We're going 6.5 furlongs, and you can make a case for half this field. I ended up falling on Jean Marie, outside post, has good speed. And remember, Jean Marie was the horse not too long ago that gave Butch Reed his 1,000th win. And Butch has obviously won some races since then. We'll go with Jean Marie in this race as my pick of the week. Time now for Ion Racing, the Ohio Derby today at Thistledown. 3-year-olds maybe not quite good enough to stay on the Triple Crown Trail that were in the Derby. Now they'll be in Ohio today at Thistledown. So check that race out. We may see some of those horses here on September 20th in the PA Derby. Also at Monmouth Park today in the Goldwood Stakes. Check out this Epona's Hope for Tyler Service. Now this was a horse that was really good in those 5 furlong turf dashes down in South Florida and was trained by Tyler's uncle, Eddie Pliza. But there really aren't enough of those stakes races down there for these kind of horses. So he gave the horse to Tyler, ran 3rd in a stake on Kentucky Oaks Day at Churchill Downs, and now running at Monmouth Park today. Will probably be the favorite. Epona's Hope, check out for Tyler's Service. Gate to Wire, this week's podcast will be with Bruce Casella and Brian Sanfratello, the Executive Secretary of the PA Breeders, who you heard from earlier. Brian will tell you a lot about his background, the PA Breeders, and of course the greatest PA bred of all. Smarty Jones will be inducted to the Hall of Fame on August 1st up in Saratoga Springs. Thanks for watching. Danny Gibson will be back with us next week on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.